welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Anna and today I'm bringing you another delicious recipe. We are going to be making arroz con leche, pretty much a Cuban-style rice pudding. It is very simple, little time consuming, but very simple with few ingredients. This is pretty much one of my sister's favorite desserts, so I make it once in a while for her. But well, I mean, I have two sisters. One of them really loves the dessert. It's pretty much her favorite dessert, and it is just really delicious, and it is perfect for the summer because you don't need to use an oven, and it is usually eaten cold or at room temperature, so it's just so creamy and delicious. Let me show you the ingredients so we can get started. You're gonna need a can of evaporated milk, can of condensed milk, some whole milk, water, cinnamon sticks, lemon peel. You can use a lime peel as well, and you're also going to need a little bit of cinnamon powder to top. Once it's done cooking, pinch of salt, extra sugar if you wish. My sister likes her pretty sweet, so I like to add a little bit more of granulated sugar, because if I add more condensed milk, I find that the flavor is just too overpowering. So I like to add just a little more of granulated sugar, and then you're going to need your rice. You can pretty much use any type of rice you have on hand except like a parboiled rice or anything like that, or I've never even tried to make it with brown rice. I don't think I want to. So you can pretty much use like a long grain rice, but it's best made with a short grain rice because the short grain absorbs a little more liquid, so it's creamier and a lot softer. Spanish style rice is a great rice to make your arroz con leche. Here I'm using this is called Arroz rice. I buy it at Trader Joe's and I love it because it's a great substitute to sushi rice, which sometimes it's really hard for me to find because this rice, it's really sticky, and I find that it makes the arroz con leche very creamy. That's just what I'm using today, but like I said, you can use pretty much any rice you like. I have a Dutch oven here. I turn on the heat to medium, and now I'm going to add the water, cinnamon sticks, some salt, just about, I would say, quarter teaspoon of salt, and we're also going to do some lemon peels. So I think that's pretty good. This is about 1, 2, 3, 4, I have about 7 peels in there. So almost a whole lemon. And now we want to let this come to a boil completely. As the water boils, it's going to really infuse with the cinnamon and the lemon. I'm going to rinse my rice very well, and then I'll be right back. So as you can see, I like to put mine in a little sieve and I rinse it under water for about 20 seconds or so. You just want to remove some of that, some of the starch. The water just came to a boil, so I'm going to add all of my rinsed rice right in here. You also want to bring your heat to medium low. And now this is the part where you need to have some patience, because you're gonna pretty much have to stand here for 20 minutes. So it's important that you set your timer. Let me do it right now so I don't forget either. You're gonna set your timer for about 18 to 20 minutes, and you're gonna stir pretty frequently until the rice is pretty much tender all the way. This is not the time for your rice to be al dente or anything like that. You want it really tender, because nothing worse than having crunchy rice in your arroz con leche. That is a no-no. Another bad thing, you do not want your rice to stick to the bottom of the pot by any means. That is going to ruin the whole entire dish. That is why you need to stir it pretty frequently. At this point, you don't need to stir it as frequently, but once we add the sugar and the milk, you pretty much have to stir non-stop. So I'm gonna pretty much stand here. I'm actually gonna get a little stool and I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna check my emails. I'm gonna do whatever it is that I need to do on my phone, but I'm gonna be here for the next 20 minutes. My rice, it's really tender. As you can see, pretty much all of the water has evaporated, and this is what we have now. So at this point, we're gonna start adding our milk. and your sugar. So you can see right now it's really soupy, and that's not the final result that we want. We're gonna cook this until the liquid evaporates about 3/4 of the way, and it's a bit thicker, but this is the point that you want to pretty much stir constantly, otherwise it will stick to the bottom of the pan and you're gonna end up with a hot mess in your hands. So as you mix, you want to scrape the bottom of your pot just to make sure nothing sticks. So my arroz con leche is exactly how I want it. I want you guys to see it's a little thicker, but it's not too thick. You have to make sure that you don't let it get too thick. As you can see, it's still pretty runny because as it sits in the fridge, even if you like yours at room temperature or warm, as it sits, it's going to get even thicker. So I'm gonna make sure that it's the right consistency. I like to serve mine into individual little ramekins or bowls because I find that if I add everything into one big container, as you start eating from it, it starts getting really watery. This is pretty much done. Now you do want to let it cool. Once it cools, I like to add, I'm gonna add it now, but once it cools, I like to add a little bit of ground cinnamon right on top, just so that it looks something like this, and then you can pretty much enjoy. I am gonna try it even though it's still pretty hot, and also as it cools, the sweetness is also going to come out a lot more. So if you find that it's not too sweet, be careful with adding more sugar because it will get sweeter. The rice is really soft. It's cooked perfectly. And this is our final arroz con leche. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. This is my favorite arroz con leche. Like I said, my sister is an arroz con leche connoisseur and she loves this recipe. It is her favorite. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.